Yeah. You are tuned in to the Starting Five podcast. I am E Trillionaire. Of course, you can call me Trill for short. And as always, you can hit me up on Instagram at X at E_Trillionaire. You can also find the Starting Five podcast wherever you get your podcast from. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube page. You can hit the dislike button too if you like. Hit the comments in case you want to troll or anything like that. And I just wanted to say happy summer to all the teachers out there. It was 180 days of trial and error. But shout out to all the students who, going to high school, the ones who graduated this year, of course, and all the ones moving up a grade. You are all the real MVP. I hope that y'all all have a safe and happy summer. And I'll see y'all soon. I'm going to kick it to my left.
Starting Five, we live. Jay Supreme here, Hive Jordan 3 on IG. Tap in with me. Cash App $ Hive Jordan 21.
Are we doing that?
If y'all want to pitch in on some stew time, I'm just putting it out there.
Cash App, same E_Trillionaire, hit it up.
Season
Put that
4.
in the description, cuz.
Episode 6. Season 4, episode 6, man. Leave that thumbs up or that thumbs down. Let us know how y'all feeling, man. Business never personal. Shout out to the Pacers, man. They had a nice little run, but they got rolled up like a fresh pack of Zai. So I'm gonna pass it to my left, man. The Frauds is back in the finals.
You already know what it is, man. Jonathan Sicko Hardy on the book. At Super John on X/Twitter and Instagram. You already know what to do, man. Leave your likes, your dislikes, your questions, your suggestions, and keep giving us that feedback because we really need that.
We need that.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I ain't got much to say, man. Congratulations to my nephew for graduating high school.
Shout out to nephew, man.
That's about it for me. A very eventful weekend.
And shout out to X, last but not bringing X, Dom and Justo Starting Five. They couldn't be in this evening, so we'll just take this Grammy on their behalf.
As always.
So with that being said, this just came up on my Twitter. Actually, I put it in my bookmark, so I wanted to talk about this. And look, Starting Five segment. This is the fast break segment, which is just news and notes, things that we find to talk about that are interesting. And I find this interesting. And they don't know about this, so I'm going to say it anyway. So Julius Erving raffles off some bullshit. I don't know if this is a true quote because you know how Twitter is, but let's just say it's a true quote. If LeBron didn't chase rings, he would be in my top 10 all time. I got him ranked 15 behind Scottie Pippen. So listen,
Move along.
I know there are times on the show. Now, Dr. J probably 30 years older than me, give or take, right? And I know I may sound like the old guy sometimes.
No, that nigga old as
Being in my, early 40s, because I'm not 45 yet, so it's not mid. Early 40s. But this is some bullshit. This is when you know it's time for you to sit down and enjoy your retirement. Because if he's not better than Scottie Pippen, if it's 15 players all time better than LeBron James may have never played basketball.
So I got a question. One, I want to know the 14 niggas better than Bron.
That is true. He didn't reveal that.
Two.
Behind Scottie Pippen.
No, listen. Scotty catches you straight because he said Scotty name, but it's about 12 other motherfuckers on that list that I would like to hear.
LeBron James would drop a triple-double on Scottie Pippen.
The fact that he said if he didn't chase rings, which that's not entirely true, he would be top 10 to me. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I have a question.
What are you talking about?
I have a question for the people in the audience and people that may not know. I want EB to help me break this down. I know Hob knows it also. So, the Sixers went to the finals in 1980. Am I correct?
Yes, they lost to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Magic Johnson, 42, 15, and 9. A rookie. So, they went again in 1983. Could you tell me who the starting center was for that team?
For the
Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh, well, let me do some R&D. Keep talking. I don't know.
Wait.
Hold on, wait.
You know who it is.
I ain't
4-4-4?
I ain't got to do no R&D.
4-4-4?
Yeah.
Was Moses Malone drafted to the Philadelphia 76ers?
No.
Moses was 2 places before he got there, wasn't he?
At least.
So you telling me the nigga that helped you win your only championship ring was doing what?
He's right ring chaser.
Oh. he came to join you to get y'all over the hump because he couldn't get over the hump and y'all couldn't go over the hump, so y'all joined forces to do what?
Because they couldn't beat the Celtics.
You play to win the game, right?
Moses Malone. R.I.P. Moses. Hell of a player.
That's all I mean, that's my point. Like, you can't hold that against Bron. And I don't think Bron's ring chasing because everywhere he went, the team wasn't fucking top contender when he got there.
Now, we got to remember that Moses Malone started off in the ABA like Dr. Dre. I mean, Dr. Julius Erving. Excuse me. I said Dr. Dre. Explosive. He played for the Buffalo. I think that would be the Buffalo Clippers.
They became the Clippers. I think they was something else though. In Buffalo.
Okay.
Because Bob McAdoo played for them too.
Then he played for Houston. Okay. And he got to Philadelphia win 82, 83. And for the people in the back, Moses Malone was a consistent 25, 27 point per game scorer at that point in time in his career. And about 15 rebounds. You feel me? As a matter of fact, I'll get you the totals here. Actually, you know what? Total rebounds, yeah. 17, 15, 13. You know, he did his thing on the boards. Can't talk right now, sorry, bro. So, yeah. I first of all, what... Did LeBron really chase rings?
I don't think, because you, all right, let's break down Bron career. He got drafted by the Cavs. We were the worst team in the NBA. I think we won 17 games a year before that.
The front office failed them the first stint.
We get to the finals one time. 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances. 7 years. Then he goes to a Miami Heat team. Regardless of what the media says, that Miami Heat team won 44, 45 games a year before, if I'm not mistaken. Got bounced in the first round in 5 games.
And hold on,
Boston.
Also, he went to Miami because he wanted to compete with Boston, who had a super team.
Yeah.
So LeBron wasn't the first nigga that had no fucking super team.
No.
Then he leaves Miami, comes to Cleveland, and everybody was like, "Oh, he had a super." Kyrie wasn't proven yet. He was a super talent. We all knew that. Kyrie had proven nothing. We didn't go to the playoffs in 4 years. Bron was gone.
No, we didn't.
Didn't sniffle.
Not even close.
Kevin Love, who also never been to the playoffs, came to join forces. So, super what?
Skinny kid.
We had no playoff experience on that team. We ended up going to the finals.
We ain't have Husky kid. We had Skinny kid.
Yeah.
Big difference.
I still want Husky Kevin to come back.
Big difference.
He ended up dragging that team with injuries and all to the NBA Finals. 4 years he does that. 4 appearances again. We go 4 appearances to the NBA Finals. We win 1 ring. KD stopped us from getting multiple.
Sure
For
did.
sure.
He leaves again. Goes to LA. Do people remember what the fuck the LA Lakers looked like before LeBron James got there?
Dog wash.
Kyle Kuzma.
Let's not forget y'all had
Lonzo Ball.
what, 3 top 2 picks?
So, Ball.
Ingram. Was Ingram there?
Kuz was later on.
No, he was. I think he was the same draft as Ingram, if I'm not mistaken. But
Josh
okay, y'all
Hart,
had 3 top 10s.
Julius
Drew Randle went 7. Y'all had a bunch of high motherfucking draft picks with Bean on the team. Some years with injury, but Bean was on them teams.
He was there.
So I want to know where he was ring chasing at.
He wasn't.
What KD did was ring chasing.
Yeah.
That's what ring chasing is.
Because that
Because
was
every situation he joined was worse, and then when he got on the team, it became better.
Yeah. And listen, I'm not gonna say yes, I guess I could be a harsh basketball critic. No, I didn't play at an ultimate level, but I watched the game for a long time and played the game a little bit, so I can critique it. And listen, I'm not the one that's gonna put Chris Bosh on a pedestal or Kevin Love on a pedestal and that's all of a sudden our super team. They had some good years, all-star playing years, but I mean, were you in the MVP conversation? You know, how many All-NBA teams did you make prior to teaming up forces with LeBron James? You know what I'm saying? So it's things that you have had to establish as an individual player as being the best player on your team before joining him, before I can call you super or elite. That's just a media-driven narrative. Mm-hmm. All great players. Don't miss me on that point. But Dwayne Wade was elite. Why? Because he won a championship in the Finals MVP. Multiple All-NBAs, multiple All-Stars at that point. Yeah, you can call him elite. Like you said, Kyrie Irving, unproven. And who else did we have on that team? Tristan Thompson? I mean, come on. That wasn't a super team, folks. It wasn't Arena Chase.
Then we got the throwaways from New York, Iman and J.R. Smith.
So listen, LeBron James was the ring that upgraded those franchises. So listen, Dr. Irving, you know, look, enjoy retirement. Stop saying shit like this.
Yeah, that's...
Because that's a flagrant foul. That's a penalty too. You ejected, motherfucker.
LeBron, top 15?
Top 15? Better, lower than Scottie Pippen? Look, I'm done.
Yeah, I can't even take that type of shit serious.
So speaking of the Jameses, Bronny has declined his college eligibility. I guess the workouts are working out well for him. He looks like a NBA prospect now. Mm-hmm. And what do you think about his decision for going to college totally here and chasing his dream, being a professional basketball player? Is he ready? Is he not?
No, you go ahead.
Me personally, I felt like he should have went back. That's just me personally. But I'm not going to never knock a kid from going to chase his dream and going to get to it. And from what I've seen, I mean, he not knock your socks off #1 pick type shit, but
exactly.
he balling.
Exactly.
Can't be mad at it. I mean, you can't deny that. He getting the job done in the combine, and regardless, I guess, you know, Scout saying he ain't shit, but I feel like that's just the news pulling that shit just because it's Bron kid.
Yeah. What I will say is,
because if I feel my bad.
No, go ahead.
Let me finish this. This is my last point, because I feel like if it wasn't Bron kid and he was doing this type of shit, he'd be a diamond in the rough. He'd be the steal of the draft type shit like that. But with it being Bron kid, y'all trying to compare that nigga to his father, and I hate when they do that shit. Even though, I mean, you're going to do it because of what his name is, but y'all can't do that.
Yeah.
We 2 different career paths, 2 different body types, 2 different skill sets. Like, I'm not him, he not me.
Exactly.
And every guy not even every guy. Majority of guys is not coming in the league at 18 and being a man like a LeBron or like a KG, or you know what I mean. You got to develop.
I agree.
You know what I mean. So you got to give this kid some time. Now the one thing I will say, like John said, you know, if that's I respect your decision. You know what I mean. And the way he approaching it like a professional. He's saying all the right things. He's showing up. He having great workouts. So obviously it is a good decision for him. But the one thing I don't agree with is like Rich Paul coming out saying he won't accept a two-way contract. I don't agree with that type of shit.
Because it's got to be a growth process. And I'll say this, folks.
Because I feel like now you trying to throw your weight around. That's like
exactly
I'm throwing my weight around shit.
He's being super agent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I don't like that type of shit.
What Montel Jordan say, if you shoot for the stars, but you land on the moon, you're further when you first got started. So listen, if he's shooting for the stars and he lands on the moon, that's great. And maybe he feels like his development will work best with pros as opposed to the collegiate game.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
And look, when you watch a lot of these not name brand players, especially this year, well, I can't say become household names, but being recognizable players like a Jalen Williams for the OKC Thunder, like a Nembhard for the Indiana Pacers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even a late development player like a Josh Hart for the New York Knicks. Who knew he could grab 18 rebounds in a fucking game at 6'5", right? You know what I'm saying? So players develop at their own pace, and if they're in the right system with the right coaching staff, and they can bring out the best out of that player.
You can blossom.
And you can
He
find your niche.
Exactly. So he don't know. He know. I know his name is LeBron James, but he's not LeBron James.
It's Bronny.
It's Bronny James, right?
Brown
But-
101.
But another thing I would say about the Rich Paul situation, that could be strategy on Rich Paul's behalf to deter a lot of teams
Oh, no
away
question.
based off him saying that. And I'm sure that the few teams that
There's only two.
I think Miami might be in the cards for that too.
I don't think LeBron
Okay.
fucking with Pat Riley no more.
They got beef. They got beef.
Because, wait, I want to make this clear. Pat Riley is a legend. But that shit was in the 80s. What happened in the 90s with the Knicks? Did he win anything?
And he.
And the Heat in the 90s. Okay, when you took the coach's chair in 2006, and you just so happened to have a guy named Flash and a guy named Superman, yeah, you won a ship against, arguably, I mean, it was a good team in Dallas, but they were young. They had no business being there. I mean, they got there. But we know that they shouldn't probably have been there. They matured later on and became that, right? But what is Pat Riley done since Brian? Got to the finals, yeah, 2 of them. By the grace of God last year.
I'm gonna say
And then since people
Heat
poo-poo
way.
on the bubble.
no. I'm gonna tell you what he's done since LeBron.
What is that?
What is he
Heat culture.
He culture.
Okay.
Heat culture.
Who created the Heat culture?
That's his brand. That's
Okay, so did
we develop guys and things like
Wait.
that.
Did-
We overachieve. We don't win nothing.
but we overachieved?
We overachieve
Okay,
though.
so
That's
we
Heat
get,
culture.
We get Bronny points. So did Ronnie
That's
Cycli develop the Heat culture? Or maybe it was Tim Hardaway. Perhaps it was Alonzo Mourning. Maybe it was
UD.
Glenn Rice.
UD. You gotta say
When
UD.
did Heat
You
culture?
said Tim Hardaway?
I said Tim
Yeah, you said
Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway.
Senior. Was it Glenn Rice?
Of course.
Was it Harold Miner?
Nasty.
Baby Jordan.
Cut it the fuck out.
I'm an asshole. Yes, I am.
Oh.
UD.
Or was it Dwayne Wade?
It was UD.
Wade County.
Or was it LeBron?
It was supposed.
Or was it Spo? I mean, he's been there 30 years. 40 years, damn near.
Avion Crockett be killing me with the Spo parodies, bro.
Maybe it was Jimmy Butler. I don't know.
They
I don't have
ride
time.
the wave, though. It just didn't. Because nobody heard this shit until like a couple
years ago.
For sure.
So I don't know who developed the Heat culture. But Pat glory, the majority of his glory was in the 80s. And that was 40 years ago, folks.
We're done with the 80s.
And all the people doing
Done
from the
with
80s
it.
right now is talk. I'm living proof for that, goddammit. So look, so
Dr.
I,
Craig fucked me up.
I don't know who he, but so we was talking about Bronny, right?
Yeah.
So I believe, even if he come in the league, like honestly, if I'm the Cavs, I would get nosy, and I would try to move up in the draft. Take him at 13.
That's lottery, huh?
What the fuck was Rich Paul doing here talking to Dan Gilbert and them then?
I don't know if we can get that high.
Because Dan Gilbert is back in the fold. So what the fuck was Rich Paul doing here? What was he talking? Business, I would imagine?
Of course. Rich ain't
Hey.
never talking nothing but business.
Hey, Dan, it ain't nothing but a couple places that Bron gonna play. Out there or here. I mean, you got $1 million house in Bath.
Million.
I'm just being conservative.
Very.
Multi.
Oh, he just built another $1 million mansion out in LA. Okay, and everybody lives in LA. People that got money and pool. So that's nothing new.
I think a majority of NBA players got a house out there.
Maybe Savannah just like it out there. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't quite sure she do.
That's cool. Her and baby girl can be out there doing what they doing.
Mama can swing by.
Otis out here balling in Cleveland.
I'm just
Got
saying.
his own crib.
Definitely got that.
He might move into the Beacon or some shit like that.
Little bro about to go to
For a
Old
little
State.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm just saying.
I mean, hey,
But this is what some people said.
you never know.
He participated heavily and attended pro days for the Lakers practice facility last week. No, that's not what I want to read. James 19 tested as one of the fastest and most explosive athletes in the NBA draft combine in Chicago earlier this month, ranking second among 71 participants in 2 3-point shooting drills. James also had 13 points in the combine team scrimmage. 13 points in an NBA game is not easy.
But they only putting the negative shit out.
But of course, because they hate his father.
I know. But the thing is when you say shit like that and they be like, oh no, they just keeping it real. Okay, keep it real. Give us both sides. Because there's always both sides.
For sure.
Why y'all keep saying, oh well, he can't, he not, because I've heard the flip side of the first quote you read.
Mm-hmm.
He's not explosive. He can't guard.
Not true.
His best comp is what the fuck did they say? His best NBA comp was
Mitchell.
a poor man's Drew Holiday.
I'm not mad at that.
Poor man's?
Poor man. So okay. So if he a poor man, Jrue Holiday, that means he's like a, I don't know, Jordan Clarkson. Let me think of a defensive player. Come on.
Nah.
Really?
Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart? Yeah.
He can shoot though. That's the thing y'all not. He can shoot.
Now he can shoot.
Yeah.
Smart can shoot now after.
No, I'm talking about
9
Bronny
years.
can shoot.
That's
Them
what I'm saying.
niggas wasn't coming
They
into
wasn't-
league
not even close.
with no type of clip.
Listen, and I don't mean any shade.
No, it's just,
Mr. Iceman.
It's just sad that kid got to go through that shit because of the way y'all feel about that nigga dad.
But if a guy like Isaac Okoro, who was raw coming to the league, can go fifth, surely he can. Anybody ever heard of DeAndre Hunter? I'm talking about recent drafts,
Yeah.
right? We still waiting.
I don't even know what roster he on.
He on Atlanta.
And
I don't mean to always bring him up or to sound like I'm kicking it, but Kelly Oubre was a top 10. He was a lottery pick, and he just started flourishing.
Yeah.
Michael Kidd Gilchrist, that ring a bell?
He's in the league.
That ring
No.
a bell?
How about Adam Morrison? Another Charlotte Bobcat delivery.
No, sir.
Surely he was better than Bronny James.
He out in the Czech Republic.
I don't think he didn't play in that league. And had it hard. I'm quite sure this kid got some heart. So
No,
get off
Bronny
that
got
man's
some
back,
bro.
man. I'm not
No,
agreeing with that
it's
shit.
sad because they just doing this shit because of the way they feel about Pops.
I don't think he's a high risk draft pick. I think now
I think he's gonna be a solid NBA player.
I agree with Hive with Rich Paul maybe being a little overzealous as it relates to the whole two-way deal.
Yeah, that was OD.
I mean, I don't know if there's anything wrong with playing in the G League, per se. I think that will benefit him because, again, he's developing as a player. So if he gets that, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Now maybe he can get to a combine and get to a training camp and just blow the doors off motherfuckers, and then he'll be on the 15-man cut and be in the 8-man rotation. I don't know. But pump the brake. I mean, y'all hate his. I don't understand how they hate his dad that much, right? But that's all the fuck they talk about. Ain't that counterintuitive to their narrative?
They say it's a thin line between love and hate.
Was it this thin? This goddamn fucking line of this damn.
Razor thin.
You feel me?
Razor thin.
They know who get their ratings up.
Yeah.
Cause they gonna hate Braun when he gone.
They know who the cash cow
They
is.
gonna be sick when he leave. Cause they ain't gonna have nothing else to talk about.
Nothing.
Was the niggas just mad that Denver beat them niggas in the playoffs?
Yeah,
They didn't have the headline or the big name, you know what I mean, so-called. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, with KD, Bron, and Steph being eliminated in the first round is not, well, it's good for the. It's not good for the NBA, but then it's also good because now you got other players flourishing.
Because it allowed them to shine more light on Ant
Yeah.
and
Who's
bring that to
ahead?
the forefront.
Who's a headliner?
I know they hate the Kyrie narrative, but hey, that's great. That's a great story though. Regardless of how y'all feel about Kyrie, y'all trying to shit on. We can get into that too.
Great fucking segue.
We can definitely get
So
into that.
we actually we back Kyrie Irving on our show. You can go back into the archives and definitely check that.
That was a great fucking episode.
And we had a lot of former NBA players who have now eaten a considerable amount of crow.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, crow is a bird of death, and they eat carcasses and carnage. So that's what these relatively famous Shaquille O'Neals and Charles Barkley's and Kendrick Perkins guys who are doing now across the airways. Stephen A. Smith. Oh, I think Kyrie Irving's just retired.
Yeah.
I think he's just retired. Like who the fuck told you to say that?
And then I seen him like walking the shit back. You know, I I just wanted them to get back to the basketball. Da 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 da. Like,
You know what I mean?
these niggas is more than basketball. You know that, right? I just wanted, so he could showcase his talent. Nigga, it was some real shit going on. He had the balls to speak up and stand on some real shit. That's all coming out now. That all this COVID-19 and this jab shit was all bullshit.
Oh man, it was.
And he
That's
stood
why
on
I
that
didn't take
shit.
that shit either.
And so, obviously the
Y'all, hold on, before you go
Okay.
there, y'all tried to make it seem like this nigga was a distraction. He wasn't focused. He didn't love the game. All these bullshit ass narrative. Shaq called the nigga an idiot just because he posted a documentary. Like, you see how awkward this shit be when they go on the interviews and shit.
yeah, he was.
And Kyrie be on that bitch standing on bit. He ain't even. He still being humble, not even coming for y'all.
Yeah, and
Knowing that y'all was on some bullshit.
and he
Y'all
has
trying to
right
put
to
some
do
smut
that.
on his name.
I just think that like when you really think back to that, and when we talking about the Kansas City Chiefs kicker
Yeah.
who had a difference of opinion about the public narrative a few weeks ago at a commencement, right? It's a shame that these networks attempt to be so manipulative in their delivery and try to shape people's thinking as opposed to people thinking for themselves.
Yeah. And look, my thing is, in a business sense, I get it. I understand that you have customers and things like that may be offended by certain things people say. So you rather somebody who's connected to your business not say those things. But why can't you just be like, that's his opinion. It's not a reflection on what us as a whole believe, and just leave it at that.
Leave it
rather
at
than try to do all this manipulation, try to downplay him, try to demasculate him, like.
Because that's going against the code. We know who runs these businesses. 9 times out of 10 is people overseas. I think they're owned by a Chinese man. The Nets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought it was a Russian.
No, he been so.
Oh, he been gone.
He was in over his head. He was trading for everybody and fucking lost money. So rather than supporting the player, they outlined him. If that's what's the word. Outlawed, right? Whatever. And
Castaway.
we know on the court, people gonna come see Irving play. They're gonna buy a ticket to go see Kyrie Irving play. As the man who said he should retire, he's box office. Right?
Yeah.
He can ball. Okay? Fucking. So rather than supporting him, it's a shame. I know Peter Jennings is rolling over in his grave right now because he did This Is My Day, but the news was split down the middle. Everybody had a point of fucking view. You can't have but one side of view today. And if you're not with it,
They
cancel you. That's what they try to do to this young man. He's balling now. He's been balling for years. But obviously Mark Cuban's not on that bullshit. He supports him. The teammates support him. He's a great guy. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with Kyrie Irving. He's not arrogant. Like, everything that you want in an athlete and in a man, he exhibits. No fake shit.
He's just not with the agenda.
Yeah, you're not with that bullshit agenda.
He's not with the Faucis.
Mark,
That motherfucker should be in jail.
Mark, hell yeah. When y'all talked about Kyrie, y'all should be talking
Should
about
be
Mark.
in
Y'all should be
jail.
talking about Dr. I shouldn't even call the nigga a doctor, but
He's an advisor.
yeah.
He should be in jail.
Get the jab.
Man, listen, about to go off the beaten path with that. All right, man. So shout out to Kyrie, but no, I just think that I love when they have to eat some humble pie now.
I love it too, bro.
You can tell though.
He the star. He the star of the fucking playoffs, and they gotta wear that shit.
Just like how I said, it's hella backtracking. It's
Yeah, it's hella sauce.
Because
Hella
you gotta cover him now in a positive light.
damage control.
We didn't
Yeah.
expect this to happen. We thought he was gonna go to Dallas and just lose.
What's the headline? Dallas this is your headache now.
Yeah. And my thing
Nigga
is
ain't
like
nothing but a model citizen down there.
my thing is okay, it's one thing to disagree with the man's views, right? But to just the slander that y'all like, it's unnecessary to really attack another black man like that when you a black man yourself. For this bullshit ass network, and we know these networks, they show getting cut off, right?
They losing money left and right.
But that's where y'all
These are
loyalty.
networks.
TNT.
That's where y'all loyalty lies, though.
Um,
That's the problem with these motherfuckers,
but
man.
you know, as you say that though, because like NBC is definitely you know, the other that same direction as TNT. I just think after being a former player, right, and you being in the locker room, and you understanding that you got a really diverse group of people that you work with.
Yeah.
You work with foreign players. You working with players that are here domestically. Some people came up rich. Some people came up poor. You know, so you got a diverse mixture of players that you're playing with, black, white, whatever. And we know that guys do have a life outside of basketball. I mean, that's just their job. That's what they do for a living. They get paid very well to do it, no doubt, but it's just their job. And we can't put them in this box like Laura Ingram did. You know, I'll have a tendency to like her, but she say some bullshit from time to time. Shut up and dribble. No, bitch, I'm not going to shut up and dribble. Because I have a viewpoint too. I'm going to use my platform to empower people and expose people to the wickedness of this world, whatever the case may be. Which is what he's all about.
And hold on, who was that? Who said that? Who was she?
Laura Ingram.
Yeah,
The Ingram angle on Fox News.
she's like just a news anchor or whatever.
She's an anchor, journalist. Yeah.
So
Pundit.
if we were to do, you know, just everybody just shut up and talk about what you, if we did that, shut up and talk about what you bitch, you never been to war, so why you talking about it?
Exactly.
You
No.
never ran for public office, so why you talking about it?
Nope. She's a political analyst and lawyer. That's it.
Yeah, so talk about that shit.
But
If that's the standard
Right.
y'all want to hold
Right.
everybody else to. And my thing is, these athletes have way more influence than y'all do.
No question.
Because without them and what they do, y'all don't have shit to talk about.
And just to give you all some context, I think his name is Eric Garner, right? The man that got choked out by police officers.
In New York, yeah.
So when that happened in what, 15,
Yeah.
14, 15, he was, you know, murdered by officers, put into pretty much a chokehold, a death hold. This is what it's called right now. And a lot of NBA players campaign, can't breathe. I can't breathe, because that's how he pretty much lost his life by the hand of police officers because of that. And they stood in protest with that. And on her show, she's a right-leaning political analyst, and
Right wing.
you know, and usually most right-wingers are pro-police. And so anytime
Pro slave patrol.
anytime you slander the men in blue, a lot of conservative Republicans are going to say something negative about that. And since most athletes appear to be left-leaning, there was some nip and tuck there. Thus, you have the shut up and dribble line and all that. So, just a little backstory on that.
My thing is, like, I don't care where you lean.
No.
I'm big on accountability. I don't give a fuck what type of uniform you got on.
Facts.
If you doing fuck shit, it's not you in the wrong. You know what I mean? But y'all got these institutions that protect these motherfuckers.
No lies.
Same thing with the Catholic Church and these pedophiles and on and on and on. These, you know what I mean? Where's the accountability?
No, none.
And once, not to, I'm not pro-Trump or none of that shit. I'm not getting into that. But when Trump left office, when Trump was in office, he was putting a lot of pressure on that pedophile shit. And now that Biden's in office, you ain't heard nothing about none of that shit until Kendrick brought this shit back up.
Shit.
Right. You did chip break there, buddy. Yeah.
But I don't want to go too far left in that. I just had to say that.
I'm about to say that for the
But
conversation.
the last thing I want to speak on that too is just like I was talking to my boy Pat about this and EG's a little bit. It's like the whole era of the celebrity shit. That shit is dead, bro.
It's dead.
Like celebrities are celebrities, but as regular people, we gotta realize that those people aren't your fucking leaders.
No,
they are not the
close.
people. And I love people like Muhammad Ali. I love what Kyrie is doing. But Malcolm X said it back then. All them people is compromised to a certain extent.
No question.
So you shouldn't be looking for them people for leadership.
No. And you know, just to add to that, when you think about it in terms of Listen, if you live in the palatial estate, and you have been for a decade or two, in some cases 3, what do you know about a person that's on the hustle and bustle making 40, 50 grand a year?
Not much.
There's no relatability other than the fact that y'all might be people and y'all bleed red. That might be the only common thing that y'all have. But you got personal chefs, personal trainers, personal this, personal that, lawyers, accountants that you talk to on a daily basis. I ain't talked to no lawyer today because I don't have one. Unless I go get prepaid legals and shit like that. Talk to the people who do that.
Get you a defensive. What do they call it? Damn, I forgot.
Paralegal.
But, yeah. You know what I mean? So
A court-appointed lawyer.
Yeah.
A court-appointed lawyer.
so they don't
defender,
live on the same playing field. Like I saw this. I don't know if it was a replica or if it was actually Kobe Bryant's house, but it was a $46 million estate.
Palatial.
It was very palatial. I don't know if it was Bel Air, San Bernardino, Hollywood, wherever the fuck it was. It was out there in the hills somewhere.
Yeah,
it was on the hills for sure. I mean, this house had it all. It ain't had no fucking ceilings. Glass windows everywhere, pool, courts, yard. I mean, Lambos all over the place. They say it was Kobe Bryant inspired. I don't know if it was a script or not. But that's how they live. So if you live in a $46 million house, you have nothing in common with the person living in a $146,000 house. Nothing.
Or rent an apartment.
Or nothing like that, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't want to listen to you, Susan Sarandon and Alec Baldwin and
he got his own shit.
And Jimmy
He
Kimmel.
got his own shit to deal with.
I don't want to fucking listen to you, Dave Letterman. I don't care what you think. You're rich. Fuck you.
Yeah, you can't speak on our plight.
We don't have nothing in common. Now I like to be where you at,
For sure.
but until then, even then, if I get that bag like that, I'm not gonna change.
They say, you say that now.
Only thing changed about me is I'm gonna get me an AMG. Was that like wordplay a little bit?
We're gonna say that for
Bars.
We're gonna say that for state of the culture.
Bars. All right.
Moving along.
Moving right along. So shout out Kyrie Irving.
For sure.
And then Charles Barkley. Y'all gotta eat y'all crow. Enjoy it. I hope it's appetizing.
You see them niggas acting weird as fuck at them post
I saw Luke,
post game
man.
interviews.
They were so uncomfortable.
And Charles overzealous ass trying to get dap. He still got 2 niggas to dap up. This nigga Charles Barkley leaning over and shit trying to get a pile.
I'm sorry,
like, nigga,
Kyle.
settle the
I'm
fuck
sorry.
down, bruh.
No.
Settle down.
And I wanted to say this because this is one of my favorite NBA analysts of all time. I used to enjoy Bill Walton, NBA legend, passes away at I think 71 years old.
Oh, Bill Walton.
Cancer.
Lost a bout with cancer.
That cancer.
Legendary
Ain't
NBA
it?
player. Obviously won championships with the Portland Trailblazers' only championship. He was the leader of that team. Him and coach Jack Ramsey.
For the 86 Celtics.
6 man a year with the Celtics with virtually no knees. I don't know how he did it. But
He ain't had no knees.
but one of my favorite things that he used to always say when he used to call games on ESPN before he transitioned to college and he did NBA games, he would call out the best player. Like you sitting there watching the game, let's just say Tim Duncan's having a horrible game. Bill Walton will say, "Has anybody seen Tim Duncan?" Like just calling him out on the air, and just all good personality. I think sort of like the rebel because he wore the bandana back in the day or the headband back in the day before I guess it was popular, and so just one of those guys that you remember.
Big Red.
For sure. Polarizing figure, 7 feet tall. So, rest in peace, Bill Walton. Shout out to Luke Walton and the rest of the family, Cavaliers assistant coach, for losing the patriarch of your family. And so I just want to acknowledge Bill here on the starting 5.
Shout out to Bill Russell, man.
Did he lose a college game with John Wooden? I mean, he lose no games either out there. Did he UCLA? Was that during them undefeated seasons?
He played with Kareem, yeah.
Yeah, he played him and Kareem.
So decorated player for sure.
No, for sure.
Both collegiate and
hell of a
NBA.
career, yeah.
If it weren't for the injuries, probably would even be mentioned in some other conversations as well. So, but we know how those injuries be. Moving along.
Luke Walton.
Yeah. And then,
Get
lastly here, for a fast break segment topic, Ty Lue signs a new long-term contract with the Clippers, making him the highest paid coaches in the NBA. I'm still mad as hell he's not a Cavs coach. I think Dan Gilbert got a little bit too overzealous with that 0-6 start after you lost LeBron James and fired the man. But Ty still
A
cashing
bit
checks out
overzealous
there
is an understatement.
$70 million. And he ain't even got out the second round. Well, third round yet. And he still get the back. That Ballmer, he don't give a fuck, man. He just pay people.
Yeah,
He got a lot of money.
Bad boy, you know what I mean? He's shelling out the dough.
I mean, like a mug. So,
I'm about to move to LA, see if I can get a job with the Clippers.
and so while the Clippers have a coach extended for the next several years, the Cleveland Cavaliers don't. So, is this a stay of the Cavs say, or is this a right now when you talk about it? I don't know. I kind of like want to get into it.
I mean, we could go ahead and knock out the state of the Cavs. Ain't no skip over thoughts on.
Get them on out the way. We ain't been playing much.
It's kind of a stay
I
on
wonder
the
why.
thoughts on Cavs. Yeah.
All right, so for those who don't know, if you live under a rock in Cleveland, Cavaliers fired head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. That's short for John Blair.
I don't think it was good, but go ahead.
No, after 4.5 years as Cavs coach, he took over for Michigan head coach John Beilein, who was
Boo, booty,
a belligerent idiot.
cheeks,
He didn't relate to the players, so JB took over. I think
Buns.
the Cavs probably won, 19, 20 games his first season. Made the play-in tournament the next season with about 40-plus games. Obviously, they traded Donovan Mitchell, went 51 last year. And with an injury-riddled season this year, went 49. And the organization decided to go in a different direction. New voice, new leader. Thought, say to the Cavs, was this a good firing?
I don't think so.
But many people would say that Donovan Mitchell had something to do with it.
They always gonna say the star player got something to do with him getting fired, but I mean, if he did, I listen, man. I said it a couple weeks ago. I would have liked to see him with all four of them healthy for 1 year.
It's never happened yet.
If we don't reach the potential that we here as Cavs fans believe we could be with all four of them playing top-notch basketball at one time, then yeah, go ahead. It might be a time for it, but
I think he deserved another year, but I've been hearing like narratives of he lost the locker room. They didn't like the offensive scheme. They didn't like his adjustments.
Can I rebuttal that? Just the lost locker room. They play hard as fuck every night. So how do you lose the team if you play that
Eye
hard?
test, no effects.
They went into Boston and damn near won Game 5. I mean, they almost won Game 4 at home. So how if he lost the locker room,
Yeah, no.
Why they playing that hard for him?
I don't get that either.
all season they play hard.
bro, we won 49 games, and the four of them never played more than 20 games together.
So
And the four people I'm speaking of is Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. Never played fucking more than 20 games collectively with all four of them on the court. Healthy.
I thought he deserved another year.
So let's talk about Kobe Altman for a second. He's the general manager. Well, actually, he's the VP of basketball operations. LeBron James left. I think I said this last week. He left 6 years ago. This year to be 7 basketball seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's never addressed the small forward position. What's the most important position in the NBA today?
That wing.
That win, yeah.
Small forward, 3 and D. So last time I checked, Karis LeVert, 6'7", maybe $190.
200.
Let's say 200. Isaac Okoro, probably 215, 220, but 6'5".
4.5, 6'5".
You feel me? George Niang looks like a minivan that they call him.
Dad, but
Big
For sure.
body.
And then Max Strus, 6'4.5", 6'5", we'll give him 200 pounds. So you got essentially 3 shooting guards and really a power forward trying to play the 3.
A short power forward.
Very. Who is that? Is that JB or is that the guy that brought him in? Not saying that any guy should have got fired. But we talk about fit. They always say fit in Cleveland. Fit. This guy fits. Well, that roster didn't fit.
And we said this before though, but like you seen what Kelly Oubre was doing on the team he was on. You seen what fucking PJ Washington been doing. It. We could have had these. These are guys that were available to us.
Derek Smith Jr. down in Dallas right now. Balling. I'm just saying.
Nah, I agree.
Athletic
My
players.
biggest thing has always, and I've been saying, it's been roster construction. That's been our number one thing. And health, obviously.
Now, off the top of your head, because we always talk about the system, right?
And I like Karis LeVert, but he a lot of people had to play out their body this year for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out their role. He is a 6 man. He's that he starts and he can start for us in spots.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a solidified NBA starter. Like,
Not no more, no.
he's a 6 man of the year type guy. And him having to play heavy fucking minutes like that.
He playing out his, like you said, out of his body. He playing, you know what I mean? And that's why you'll get a big game from him, and then he'll diss a fucking period
But he
because...
inconsistent. I mean, he averages about 14, 15 points a game. So, I mean, that's pretty much what a person, that player does.
Mhm.
He'll get a couple 20s, but you'll see some 11s and 12s. Some 18s here and there. You know what I mean? So, in the top of your head, like, what are some NBA offenses that we know players that teams use?
I mean, the Golden State offense, I see they poking their head around over there.
So they use like a mini triangle basically.
Steve Kerr from the Phil Jackson tree.
Heavy pick and roll,
Mm-hmm.
which is what the Cavs use a lot of because they personnel, right? I mean, I don't know the name of these offenses though, but most of these teams run the same shit. They don't really do
Like the
a lot of
offenses
stuff different.
I know the name is like the Princeton offense.
The Princeton,
The triangle
triangle,
offense.
right? But now there's just
7 seconds or less.
it's mostly heavy pick and roll, isolation ball. Like you watched Dallas last night. I mean, they're just isolating Kyrie and Luka,
Finding a mismatch.
And then, yeah.
looking for the mismatch and exploiting it. They're not really running
Plays.
offense.
No, there's not really many plays.
I mean,
They
and
just out there hooping.
this is when we talk about the personnel, right? when Darius was out, I'm not even gonna say Mobley, but when Darius was out, the Cavaliers did a lot of motion. They didn't really do a lot of pick and roll. Donovan was in space, moving, passing the ball, cutting, shooting. They would shoot a lot of threes. They went 2018, 20-4 in that time span.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Winning streak.
So I think it's more or less the personnel than it is with the coach, because the coach adjusted to the personnel that he had.
Which is a sign of a good coach.
Nah, facts.
But when he came back, he was back to, oh shit, how do I make this work? Because I got a disgruntled player, clearly, in number 10. I think he got a raw deal, man. And then they waited 8 days. They should have just fight him right after the goddamn Celtics game and called it a day. But they waited 8 days. They let Budenholzer get off of the table if they wanted to really bring in somebody. And now you left with these top assistants. Nobody with quote-unquote experience in the league.
These what ifs.
Where's Red Auerbach at? Where's Phil Jackson? Where's Pat Riley?
No, they not.
I'll take
calling.
Only person I would say,
Can I get the Bill Fitch?
I take
Lenny
Mark.
Wilkins?
I take Mark or Sam.
But you know they not.
I feel like Sam been around long enough. He's been around some winning teams. He's
I'll
won
take
as
Sam.
a player, as a point guard in this league. So
I'll take
I
Sam.
think Sam.
I know I talk
in
my
due
shit
time.
about Sam, but I'll take Sam for sure.
Mark Jackson, another winning point guard in this league.
We all know.
Obviously,
what
we know what he did in Golden State.
But he wasn't the coach to get him over the hump as people say on the pod. No names, please.
I don't agree with that
At all.
because they was well on their way.
No, for sure.
So you looking at Kenny Atkinson who coached the Brooklyn Nets, albeit to the playoffs.
He got a raw deal out there.
He got a raw deal
Yeah,
because
for sure,
Kyrie and them came
They
in
want
and
to bring in,
they
they
pushed him
want
off to the side.
for Steve Nash.
He turned down the job last year to coach the Charlotte Hornets, and I don't blame him for that shit. To go back to be the head assistant out in Golden State, cool. Mike Borrego, or is it John Borrego? It's like it's JB's his initials. He coached the Charlotte Hornets, that shit show down there. Coached them to the playoffs. Jordan canned them.
James Borrego.
James Borrego
James.
canned them, and so he's a candidate. Obviously, Sam Cassell's been an assistant for Doc Rivers, been an assistant for Nick Nurse in Philly. Hold on, has he? No, it was mostly Doc Rivers, and now with Mike Muzulu, who's I don't know what the fuck he's really doing out there in Boston.
I mean, like you said, they have a system.
They got a system.
Like going back to Brad Stevenson, and now he's in the front office. You bring in Ime. They got a system there.
system.
You know?
Yeah, so I don't know what they gonna get. Again, no Pat, no Phil, no Red, no Lenny Wilkins, no Bill Fish, no Greg Popovich,
Bill Belichick out there.
No Hubie Brown.
no Hubie Brown.
Bill Belichick out there, John.
He gonna come coach basketball.
Hey.
Not even.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do a 3-pointer. Is that what it's called? Okay, yeah, shoot those. Go. No, but like seriously, like, I don't know what the Cavs are really thinking. Firing JB. There wasn't, but here's my thing, because you talking about manipulation. That narrative was driven all season, really for the past 2 seasons. If you listen to local radio, they drove that home all past 2 seasons, and I didn't know why. Because yeah, you want to win a championship, but we knew going into the season that wasn't a championship roster. Now this year would have been the best year to do it. Why? No Giannis, no Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying?
Hobbled Embiid.
How will
Yeah.
it be? No question.
Look where the Pacers ended up. They made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. They
Right.
would have easily been us if healthy. And we probably would have seen if we would have beat Boston. We see the Pacers there. We in the finals.
And I was gonna say to back that up, right? Who told JB not to play Donovan them against Charlotte? Because maybe you get that number 2 seed and you don't even see Boston until later on. Why the fuck was we scared of the Philadelphia 76ers with a hobble Joel Embiid?
Why are we scared of anybody?
Facts. I hate that narrative. Oh, we don't want to. Man, come on, man. Stop the smoke, man. If you gonna see him regardless.
Mike out there,
No,
Man,
Bron out there.
he on the West Coast.
Like
So
who the fuck is y'all talking about?
Who told JB not to play those players? Who told to pull Evan and Jared at the end of the second quarter?
Front office.
Front office told him that shit. That's on you, man.
He might have got a text from Kevin Stefanski like, "Hey, go ahead and sit your stars." Go ahead and sit your
That's
starters
why he
out,
did. Sometimes some shit Kevin to say. But at the end of the day, man, he just following orders.
Yeah,
and then
he
you
is.
fired him, man, because of that?
And
And then you blame it on Donovan?
yeah, that's crazy.
Mark Stein?
And
Why the fuck we blaming this on Spider?
And then my thing is, even if Spider wanted to go in a different direction, coaching wise, he's not the type of guy to be, you know what I mean? Oh, I don't want him as a coach. That he's just not that type of guy. Like
No.
the fact that the Cleveland media is painting that narrative is ridiculous to me. And then we don't even know if he wants to stay yet. So what the fuck does that have to do with him?
I mean, all signs lead to
Yeah,
him
it's
staying.
leading to him going. He'll be back.
Because I don't think Donovan Mitchell views himself as a Robin yet.
He's Batman.
He's Batman. Now we need a Robin.
He ain't never believe. My thing is he never had a true Robin, and I want to speak on this. When you think about this year, and you think about last year in the playoffs, look at Denver, who won last year. 2 closers, Joker, Jamal. You look at Boston, 2 closers. They got 2 guys that can close out a game.
Right.
You look at Dallas, 2 guys that can close out a game. We only have 1 guy that can close out a game. We know DG is not that guy. I can stand on that now. I'm not sitting around, you know what I mean, sitting on my hands like, oh, he gonna develop, he gonna come along with all these skills. No, fuck all that.
This will be year 6, John.
Mobley, not a closer. He can still be a fantastic number 3.
He closer on the other end for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm talking about someone who can go get a bucket when you need it.
We need a bucket.
We only got one guy for that. And if we want to win a championship, we need that. We need another guy like that.
So let's talk about
And
that
it
real
ain't
quick.
DG.
Let's talk about it real quick, right? So let's talk about one proposal. State of the Cavs. DG, Jared, and probably other players to get LeBron back.
I'm not mad at it. What position does he play?
I think he plays a 3.
Okay.
Now he might not have the D no more, not every night, no homo. But he definitely a 3. He play defense when he wants to, and that's usually around playoff time.
And then my thing
Do we
is,
have to? He's a free agent, right?
He's got a 1+1, so he can opt out
And be
and
totally
be free.
So we wouldn't have to trade shit for him.
Technically,
but in your thing, right?
I like that option better.
No,
than
100%.
but he got to opt out,
100%.
which means you got to draft Bronny.
That's cool. And we could go use, if he opts out, joins us free agent wise, I'm cool with that. Then we can use those pieces to go get something else.
Mm-hmm.
Guys that play defense, guys that can shoot threes.
Depth.
Yeah.
You got something to say? I got another.
No, I was about to say, if we did have to trade those 2 pieces to get someone like LeBron, somebody would say, well, LeBron's old, he might retire.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't, look, number one,
I don't care.
I don't care about that because it's about winning the championship right now. That's why you make that move. Mm-hmm. And my thing is, Jared Allen and DG, you still got Mitchell and you still got Mobley, so you still got guys long term. So it ain't like you getting rid of all your future.
You're not.
You just getting rid of half of the pie.
Half of the 4.
You know what I mean? The pie that got burnt up a little bit that you don't really like as much as the other
I
half.
like burnt little pie. I like the little
And
little burnt little crust.
And I know that Bron look at Spider like, oh yeah, he can go get a bucket.
For sure.
He's not stupid.
Like I could literally stay here in this 3-point line that I improved.
You wouldn't say no shit like
And hold on.
Brandon Jennings and say that Jerry Garland's better.
Oh, that's
And-
a fact.
and-
We gotta get to that.
No, yeah, we gonna get to that. And
We gotta get to that. Why you ain't say that earlier?
I'm
man?
trying
No, that was definitely a thought. That was definitely a thought.
But the bear.
You gonna
But
fucking
also,
poke that motherfucker.
when you look at a Donovan Mitchell, he got a little Wade in him. And guess who his mentor is? Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
So he's in that circle.
Oh yeah.
Those
for sure.
conversations can be had and probably are going on.
I would be surprised if they had a resort right now talking about that shit.
Imagine him playing with a young, healthy Wade.
Can't go no 30.
Yeah, he'd have his 6 rings
And Donnie can knock that 3 down.
all day.
Wade, he was a mid-ranger.
All day. All right, trade proposal number 2. More Darius, more J.A., but this time for Brandon Ingram. Now, I presented that.
You did. Before
while
a lot of
ago.
people did. You did. I remember that.
Probably one of the first. Hey, cite your sources, people.
Hey, I'm just
I'm
He
rolling.
be on start
I'm
fire.
rolling
I'm
with
just a
that.
bald guy.
I'm rolling with that.
I'm not mad
I like
at
that. I'm not mad at that at all.
I feel like he could be that second closer. He could be that, for lack of a better example, he could be that Jaylen Brown to that Jason Tatum.
We definitely know he can go get a bucket.
He can go get a bucket. And I don't believe that Lou Dort versus him that's not really a reality. He was not healthy. So let's not make him get shit twisted.
Yeah.
And I think it would benefit him coming to Cleveland with the Cleveland Clinic and getting his body right.
No, for
'Cause
sure.
we know that one thing the Cavaliers do, outside players like D Wade who just can't stay healthy, guys stay healthy here for the most part. And and only reason why Spider got hurt because he was just playing 40 minutes when he shouldn't have been. Because we still don't know what the fuck happened to Ty Jerome. Because why didn't anybody ask Chris Theodore? You motherfuckers, why didn't y'all ask Kobe about him? What the fuck happened to him? How you have a high ankle sprain you out for the whole year?
They took him out the pasture.
He wasn't even on the bench.
They took him out the pasture or something.
Explain that. That shit crazy to me.
The FBI came and got him or something.
And so they must have dude. They took him down to Putin Bay or something. Pelican Bay.
Putin Bay, Pelican Bay.
I said Putin Bay. Pelican
That's
Bay.
two different things. Pelican Bay and Putin Bay.
I've still never been there.
Oh, you gotta go to the Christmas in July, man. It's off the hook.
My bad, Joe. I think you got a little thing.
July
We have a
25th.
kid in July.
It's up.
All right, congratulations. No, but like, but real talk though. I mean, I'm just trying to understand now the direction of this team. So obviously, you got the VP of operations saying that no, we have no intentions of trading anybody. We're gonna keep the core four together, and you have to say that to keep trade value high, keep interest into those players. But they obviously have to pivot. We spoke a little bit about, speaking of Rich Paul earlier a moment ago, saying what he said about Bronny, but now he's just saying to the Cavaliers, like, yo, if Donovan Mitchell signs his extension, then I want my client moved on.
Wow.
And so I just now without JB, I'm confused with the direction of the team. Because you have so many holes.
Like I said a couple weeks ago about we brought up the JB thing after we lost game 5 to the Celtics. We continuously got better every year. Defense, top
5.
every
Top 7, for sure.
for the last 2-3 years.
Yes. That's been their calling card.
And then, like I said about this year, he was never dealt a great hand throughout this whole year, and we were number 4 in the East, fighting for a shot at number 2. Still at the end of the year, barring all our injuries,
for sure.
we were still right there. I call that great coaching.
Keeping the team together like that, yeah, that's definitely.
And we
good
still
coaching.
get home court advantage in the first round.
Yeah.
That's called great coaching.
And again, people say, well, oh, you won 7 games with the Orlando Magic. Well, nobody else showed up. And then you lose your third best player because he had a rib contusion they could have probably played through. According to sources, I think named Marcus Morris. Right? Who balled when put into the game. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not defeated, but I'm just not clear. And they got to make a decision. Do they bring back Isaac Okoro?
He is up.
Because he's their best defensive perimeter player, right? Are you going to be able to re-sign Donovan Mitchell?
No, we got.
Do you give Evan Mobley his rookie max? I think Jared might be up for an extension too. This is year 3 of 5 coming up, so he's eligible for an extension. And how do you solidify that 3 position? Because it's not going to work playing trotting out them 2 guards again, trying to play the 3.
I like that Vernon Ingram trade a lot.
That's the one I would go for. Now, if Bron want to come home, you got to entertain it.
I said I would like Bron, but it's the opt-out didn't come signed.
Because that would.
Because Bron's never been traded for.
No. Like, what do you give away to get LeBron James?
We don't know because it's never happened.
All right, folks. Stay at the Cavs.
Cavs and 6 always though. Y'all know the mantra.
I want to say that so bad, but I just can't right now. All right, so No Chill Gil.
It's got a ring to it.
Co-host or analyst Brandon Jennings said some shit on that podcast. You want to dive into that because you can probably explain it better than me.
They were discussing. This was probably like after game. I think it was 1. And they brought up Donovan Mitchell and Brandon Jennings, who I'm a fan of. Stated that.
He had that goal
for
on
sure.
that court.
B. Jennings had that for sure. He stated that
That bop game.
he feels like Donovan Mitchell isn't really like that, and Darius Garland is better.
How? Like,
And then his example was you seen when Donnie went on the court, Donna and Darius. I was like, I don't know what basketball games y'all was watching, but this is me saying it to them as I'm watching it. But we all know, being here, we seen all his games.
A lot, yeah.
every last one.
A whole lot of them. More than I haven't.
And we didn't see stretches of games when it was DG running the show, post and current. I mean, before Donovan Mitchell and after.
Yeah.
And it the best we've seen someone running the show with Don. We had our best stretch of basketball since the LeBron era, with Donovan Mitchell running the show.
And no DG on the court.
And this is why I'm including before Mitchell got here, when he was so called the guy. He never had no stretches like Donovan had during the pre-All-Star game. Not even close.
So he's basically saying DG is better than Donovan Mitchell. He feels Donovan Mitchell isn't what everybody makes him out to be.
I think it sounds like a head.
This is what I'll say, and this might be posed as questions, right? So we know that both Donovan and Darius have scored 50 points in the game, regular season.
Yeah. One score 70.
Ain't scoring 70 another year?
Definitely another year.
Okay.
And if you've seen that him score 70, like he gritted that game. We were supposed to lose that game.
Oh yeah, we were definitely not in a good place.
And then not just that, didn't he score 50 in the playoffs on a fucked up knee?
Well, not only that, but
I ain't never seen DG have that type of grit or that type of go.
in the multiple playoff games.
I'm about to say he didn't have 50 multiple times.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying this year. But yeah, scoring 50 in the playoffs is much different than
Multiple games.
some you know what I mean, some November game.
And let's look at regular
You
season.
can't poo-poo the 50.
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying it's like he said, it's levels.
It's levels, yeah.
Let's look at regular season averages.
That playoff 50 hit different than that regular season 50.
Right.
This not even a conversation.
So regular season averages for the career. Donovan Mitchell's 26 points per game. Darius Garland's 18. Obviously, there's a different gear here. Right.
That's a whole quarter worth of basketball. That's 81
It
points.
is. Who you think averaged most assists for their career?
It should be DG.
They're both at 6. Who you think the better 3-point shooter is?
People would say DG, but I'm guessing it's Donnie.
It's marginal. 37. Darius 36. Donovan. 37. Darius 36. Donovan. Right. So when you use the eye test when you watch the game,
That's why I was sitting there flabbergasted, like, bro, these niggas do not. And I mean, y'all admit it because y'all dog us when they talk about the Cavs. Oh, it's Cleveland. So I know y'all niggas not really watching these games.
no. I'm gonna point out 3 things. When Donovan Mitchell was not shooting the 3, he goes to the mid-range pull-up, the floater,
Or you try to go jump over your head.
the dunk, the Euro step layup, the Euro step hook. That's 5. He knows where he wants to go with the ball.
And if he missed that bitch, he fighting, trying to get off his rebound, trying to get it back up.
Does DG know what his counter move is once the 3 is gone? He got the mid-range pull-up. He'll do that. But he gets to the cup, he's confused.
And it's not just the confusion of where he wants his shot to go and things like that. It's the playmaking.
Why are
Like,
you
once
leaving
you-
your feet?
Yeah, what's up with all the jump passes?
I didn't play basketball long. But the number 1 rule, we hoop.
No, you don't leave your
Do
feet.
not leave your feet if you don't know what the fuck you doing.
No, you don't. Not even close.
Like, I thought he was gonna be able to tap into that Nash bag with a little bit with his Steph behind the arc. Like, I just not seen the development. And like you was saying in the past, it's like
It's too many. It's too much far in between. We'll see stretches of him doing that. The probe in, and he pop out and hit you with a couple, And then we've seen too much where he probes, and then like I said, he'll jump in the air and then be stuck, and then try to throw that bitch to Jared Allen at 99 miles per hour and expect this nigga to catch that bitch when he don't think you about to throw it to him.
yeah, this shit bounce off the side of his shin. And
So-
then before you say that,
go
E,
ahead.
to see guys like Shea and Halliburton, like I'm gonna keep beating this dead horse. To see the way they're developing and the way they're leading their team, and they don't have a Donovan Mitchell by their side. Because I promise you, put Donovan Mitchell next to Tyrese Halliburton, you put him next to Shea Alexander.
Oh boy,
Them niggas going to the
they
finals.
should be playing right now.
Yeah, like come on, bro. Like so, I love Dom for being the defense attorney for DG and shit. But it's like, bro, that shit is dead. I guarantee the same way Dom sat there and when he was a Philadelphia 76ers apologist. The next year he wasn't. It's gonna be the same thing next year. It's gonna be the same thing next year. When the DG here and gone, he is not gonna be capable of DG again. Cause Dom, look, I already know Dom type. Dom gonna stand on this square on his tape for the year. But if that shit make him look like an ass, he not riding with that shit the next year.
Okay,
He just not.
How about this, right?
He just not.
One thing I can tell you about Donovan Mitchell is he plays at his own pace. Darius Garland don't play at his own pace. He's constantly, especially this year, sped up.
Yeah.
Frantic.
Helter-skelter basketball.
It looked like you don't know what the hell you doing.
You know what I'm saying? Donnie not sped up. So you can't sit there and tell me that you watching these two players and you play in the NBA and that's your synopsis. It can't be.
That's why I know they really don't. You're not watching that.
Donovan Mitchell is a certified bucket getter.
Mm-hmm.
Night in, night out. Quite frankly, if he wanted to do 30 a game, he would. But why?
You shouldn't be having to pull. Your co-star shouldn't have to pull you to the side game 7 and tell you I need you, and speak life into you like that.
Right.
The competitor and you should know what type of what game this means to us and what type of time we on right now.
Totally different from a 22-year-old LeBron James pulling probably a 21-year-old Booby Gibbs to the side and telling him, I need you to focus for the next 3 minutes. That's not the same thing. You should already know because you led this team before I got here.
You know what?
We waiting on you, bro.
I need you, dog. I shouldn't have to tell you that.
Because if you come to the party, Darius, they can't beat us.
Can't.
I don't give a fuck if it's Boston, Philly, Milwaukee, Indiana.
And people say I'm biased and keep saying that, but if we had a healthy team, I think we get a Celtics a run for their money. It'd be the best series they'd have played, for sure, hands down.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so sick of would have, could have, and should have.
I know, man. I know.
As a Cleveland fan, bro,
I know.
please.
I'm tired of it.
Please.
Like, cry me a fucking river, Justin Timberlake. So, no, in my opinion, Donovan Mitchell. Now we talk about Tatum and Brown. There's no conversation here to be had about who's the better player.
We're not gonna see. We ain't gonna have just on here like this.
Much respect for Darius Garland and his grind, but he's not there yet. And
he's not on pace to get there.
And the averages show
well, he
that.
was
now,
until he took the fucking shit this year.
He could get there.
Oh, for sure. He's a young guy. He's still a very young player.
Maybe this is year 6. I don't know if he's going to be a Cavalier or not.
Just the competitor in me would never have to, like, no one should ever have to, like, pull me to the side and, like, get my juices flowing in a big game like that. Pause.
No.
No, I feel what you're saying, though, bro. Like, that's wild to me.
All right, I want to ask y'all this, since we still talking about the Cavs. Maybe we still want to say the Cavs. From what you've seen in Evan Mobley in Game 5, is that more of who he is?
That's what I've been asking for the last 2 years.
So just a couple things that I saw him do that I never seen him do prior. Take the ball from the three-point line, drive with his left hand, and finish around the basket.
What I've been asking.
So he got more game than we thought.
That's what I've been asking for.
I think the biggest thing is just being usage. Like, and knowing the type of kid he is, he's not. Like, he can be he can be dominant when the opportunity is given to him. He's not gonna go out there and be like, "Hey, watch out, give me the ball." He ain't gonna be out there like Kevin Garnett, like, "Hey, He ain't not yet at
I
least.
think now.
Not yet at
It needs
least.
to come though, pause.
But he don't have that mentality like KG.
That's why I said I need him to go
he
sit in a dark room with Kevin Garnett and
Dark
the
room is
osmosis or
Wait a
something.
minute, I don't know if
They need to bang heads or something.
I don't know if he necessarily needs.
No, I was about to
the
say that
mindset.
he don't need that because
I mean, the competitiveness, yes.
Because
That's
Tim,
what I'm talking about.
because Tim Duncan, not saying he will ever beat Tim Duncan. Come on, Tim Duncan is Tim Duncan, but he's more in that vein of a Tim Duncan. He's more cerebral. He's not like KG. He's not a
But
Barker
Tim Duncan
talker.
knew, okay, because Tim Duncan's career average is what, 22?
Yeah,
But he knew when I need to turn it up.
yeah, no, for sure. And I feel like Mobley could be that guy in the right offense. But this is another thing to go back to the JB thing. This is why I think JB got fired because they want an offensive guy.
21.
They want an offensive guy. That's what I think. They want an offensive driven guy. Like we appreciate the culture and the junkyard dog and the defense and all that. We appreciate you getting us there. But we in this league of offense, they like we want some
Them
offense.
later years fucked him.
Yeah, it did. Well,
But my thing, I understand that Tim Duncan, like, but that's what I'm like. But when Timmy, like I said, when Timmy needed, okay,
Yeah,
come on, bro,
on the block.
Come on.
right here in my spot.
Manu,
Yeah,
Tony,
right
come on, and we figure this shit out around me. Come on, like, Ev, you can do that, bro.
No, for sure.
If it ain't if obviously it wasn't clicking, DG wasn't clicking some nights, Donnie didn't have it going yet. Hey, come on, man.
Yeah.
Give me the ball. That's gonna come. And
Like, hold on. Even on a night where you obviously seen the nigga knee was fucked up, you had to go back to the. That's when I'm like, that's when I'm stepping up. Like, hey, bro, I got you. You know what I mean?
I think because
I'm about to go to work.
he's looking to be spoon fed versus going out there and getting it. And I'm gonna go to John's point
That's part of maturing, though.
when he always talk about, especially when we talk about football, about using your identity. Quite frankly, I don't care if Evan Mobley ever shoots a fucking 3-point basket. Because he can get those and-ones on the block down there. And that's the three-point basket.
He gonna knock down free
And
throws.
it's dominant, right? Now, I need to go to the gym too, Ev. If you want to work out, let me know. I don't know. But look.
I bang with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
You got it. I think you're about 215 right now. You got to come back 240 at least.
I give it. He got to come back. He has to start the season next year at least almost 230.
Let's see what he weighed. Let's see what Google got him listed.
At least 230. At least 230.
235.
What was he weighing? Because
All right.
215 to 240 is a crazy jump.
Let me see what they got him listed out here.
And sometimes some people can't handle putting all that
the
on.
extra baggage. And we know he has had some knee issues here earlier in his career. Nothing devastating, thank the Lord, but knee issues nonetheless. As I wait, because I think my hotspot's on 3G right now because my son used all my hotspot, so I'm still spinning. But I think he started this year at 215. Okay, so 15 pounds of muscle. Okay, all right, I'll give you that. Maybe he'll need that. Maybe he need to be 240 to about 25, 26.
Yeah, look, when you start getting that grown man.
Yeah, they got him at 215 starting this season.
Okay, so yeah, around 230, I'll be cool with it.
And he showed this year that he didn't get pushed off the block much, right?
And he was willing to catch that bitch and go bang.
And he was
get
banging.
a bucket.
You know what I'm saying?
But we need.
And so James Borrego, Kenny Atkinson, make sure you bring a big man assistant coach in to help him. So maybe JB didn't have the development issues because he didn't have a big man assistant coach. He didn't have a Patrick Ewing or
Bob McAdoo.
or Bob McAdoo.
Where
or
Hakeem at? Somebody go find Hakeem.
Man, Hakeem is living the dream right now. He's done.
Go get Timmy. You know Timmy got the dreads, got the big G's. Go get Timmy,
I was about to
man.
say Mark
Timmy
Bryant.
barely talked to Vic.
Right.
Or at least I'ma send him and JA out there with Timmy, like you out the Virgin Islands. Go out there during the summer, man. Spend some time with the legends, man.
Go get Popeye Jones. Get somebody.
Tim Duncan
goddammit.
ain't think about no fucking basketball.
That's why I said.
He like
That's
Greg
why I
Gone,
said
right?
he don't even talk to Vic.
Tim Duncan don't give a fuck about basketball no more. Look, go get somebody for both of them if you're gonna keep them both.
Hey man, whatever y'all do, make sure help is on the way, man.
So I like Evan Mobley's upside for sure.
I'll take Big Pat on the staff.
And because they ain't gonna get him a job as a head coach. So we may as well
Bring Mark Jackson and Pat. There we go.
oh, that'd be fucking tough for sure with them two.
Bring it on.
I'll sign up for that shit. But Mark Jackson's not even in the conversation, so
And it's a shame.
his name has not even been brought. I think you think
It's
he's
been
giving up
10
on
years.
that?
Hasn't it been 10 years?
Yeah.
It'll be 10 this year.
It's been fucking 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
100% blackball.
And he don't.
All because he had view. He got views.
It'll be 10 this year.
As a man,
But no, he
got
said
a
it on
way of
Gil's
thinking.
Arena though. He said he's still up. He's up for the opportunity if it comes knocking.
I would have to.
He said he would even coach college.
I
He'd
would-
rather coach in the pros, but
I would definitely talk to Mark Jackson.
Bro,
I would have to call his phone.
Bro, I've been saying this since Brian came back.
bro,
I would have
facts,
to call his phone.
facts.
And like, yo, Mark, come to Cleveland, man. We want to talk to you.
That's really a perfect fit, bro.
For this team?
Hell
Oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
and for him.
Oh, no question.
And that's if we keep DG. I think he would be the perfect coach
Hey,
for DG and Donnie.
hey, get out your emotions, Darius, and play basketball. Why the fuck you in your emotions, bro? This is an emotionless game. You gotta be a stone cold killer. No pun intended. To the audience. Don't want to offend anybody out there, of course. But yeah, you need to have a conversation with this dude. And maybe that's why JB got fired. Maybe that was the reason why, because on the court I didn't really see why he should have got fired. But maybe it was the management issue is the reason why he got canned. But if you can get canned and walk away with $11 million, fuck, take it. I ain't got to work on getting $11 million? Okay. Sign me up. That's the part I like.
Yes.
God damn.
Shit, JB might be in Orlando next year.
With Mosley, you know?
Yeah.
He gonna get another shot as a coach though.
I just
For
feel
sure.
like, yeah, Mark could be perfect, bro, and I don't understand why.
I was just talking to our coaches. I was talking to Coach Lester supposed to be coming on soon. Eventually, Coach Lester pop up, man. Talk some ball with us.
All right, real quick. We close out the Eastern Conference Finals. Obviously, the Boston Frauds. I mean Celtics were going back to their finals, the second finals in 3 years. Beating the Indiana Pacers in 4 games.
Rolled their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod.
Every game
Shit.
was close.
I was about to say,
I mean, it wasn't no landslide.
fourth
victory.
quarter, I can give you that because Indiana definitely tricked off 3 games.
Oh, for sure.
And they did it the series before.
They did it for sure.
Man.
So
Because they really could have got New York up out of there way sooner.
me
Bums.
personally, watching the Frauds, I mean the Celtics, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have been excellent, and they're doing this without Porzingis too, by the way. But
I mean, with you rushing back and we
no,
rolling niggas like
I
that?
would. I mean, he should be ready for the finals. I mean, he's got 9 days to get ready here, so he should be ready for the finals, I guess.
And Ant promised him another game, so.
Okay, and we'll get to him in a second. Do you watching these past couple of series? Are the Milwaukee Bucks regretting Drew Holiday leaving?
Yeah.
For sure. Because there's no reason in my mind that they should have made that trade, because he took he didn't miss a shot in the Cavs series and wound up being one of the best defensive claws in this Indiana series, winning the game with a steal late.
I think it was 2 of them games.
You know what I'm
he won
saying?
On defense. But,
And he's very efficient player now. There's really no pressure on him, and he can ball.
I mean, but it wasn't none in Milwaukee for him, because he knew he was the third, maybe 4th option if Brooke got hot one night, or if Bobby went off. He was cool with, I'm gonna lock up over here. Y'all need me to knock down some shots. I can knock down some shots, get us out of trouble a couple times. He cool with. He know who he
know
is.
his role. But he's definitely solidified this team.
Mm-hmm. But I said that when they traded him to Portland, and Portland was talking about really, and the news came. I was like, this is perfect for Boston. This is what Boston has been missing. Somebody to solidify that team.
Yeah, the glue.
Yeah.
The glue. We'll get to predictions later. But what do you think about their run this year?
Boston.
Yeah.
It's gonna be marginal.
It's a light pack.
So let's talk about that real quick. So first round, no
Jimmy.
no Jimmy Butler. Second round, no Donovan Mitchell for the last 2 games and no Jarrett Allen for 4. Third round,
5. He didn't play at all.
okay, so 3
Hobble
games.
Cavs roster.
Hobble
We just
Cavs.
put it like that.
Round 3, because this has been talked about. Eastern Conference Finals, no Halliburton, and don't forget,
Last 2
Mr.
games.
Mr. Matherin didn't play at all in the playoffs. He would have been a problem out there for sure.
Yeah. And I'm not necessarily taking. I'm not taking too much. But you handled your business, boss.
They
This
did.
will be-
They did what they
They
do.
did.
They didn't
They
fuck
didn't
around.
won road games.
They didn't fuck around with nobody.
They won more games on the road than they did at home in this run.
But-
They have not lost on the road yet.
It was still a light pack,
Oh yeah.
and if y'all don't get it done, it's gonna be a long fucking summer.
And for
y'all.
those who don't understand that, when you drink a light beer version versus the real version, there's a difference.
Yep.
Totally.
You don't get
It's-
drunk, inebriated.
The thing
You
is,
need more of it like that.
their back's gonna be kicked in more than that 2015 Golden
For
State
sure.
team if they don't win.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
This would be a cataclysmic failure
Yeah.
if they don't win the championship this year. Now let's talk about the opponent real quick. So Dallas got up to a riveting 3-0 start.
All great games though.
Yeah,
Down the stretch.
down to the wire really.
You got the
All,
best
the whole
decision.
Eastern Conference,
Yeah,
Western Conference, all the games been good.
Yeah, tight
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat made some shots last night. I guess he heard the rhetoric, so he came to play.
Everybody was kicking his fucking back in.
As they should
And,
have.
and mind you, young player. I mean, he never played this level before. I give KG credit because he said these guys ain't never been here before, never played this long. It is a mentality that goes into that, I believe.
And they had some huge success too, like sweeping the Suns, taking out the champs.
Yeah, you can come in overconfident.
Yeah.
So no one's ever come back from a 3-0 deficit to win a series. I don't see him doing it, but maybe.
I can see him getting another game, maybe,
Back at home.
and then closing them out game. Just keep it on brand. But I can see them wrapping this up at 5 though, because Kyrie not gonna play like he did game 4.
No,
He gonna come to play.
no, he's not. But those 2 guys have found their shot now. So did I have the Suns winning this series?
I had the math.
I think I was very clear that I had the mask.
I think I had the math at 6 or 7.
I can't remember what my prediction was. I know I'm definitely signed up. I'm all in on the Anthony Edwards show. No question about that. But I think Dallas will win this probably in 6.
I was just gonna ask. Do palms get sweaty and backsides get tight if Minnesota handle business in Game 5?
Yes. In Game 6, yes. Because they just won at your house. And now
And
they
then the thing is, and to your point, and to both of your point about nobody on either roster other than Kyrie have ever closed out this series.
Mm-hmm.
Western Conference Finals, that is.
Eastern, Western Conference,
Yeah.
either or. Nobody. So yes, the Mavs are up, and their advantage is to lean on Kyrie right now. Because when Luka got here 2 years ago, they got their ass kicked by the Warriors.
They sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Bad.
shot.
So
Very
nobody on either side is experienced.
This is next level.
Minnesota don't know enough not to know enough. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, that's true. But even if Minnesota wins Game 5, to me, I still think Dallas. Yeah, it's gonna get a little tight
It's
on
gonna
their
get
end,
tight.
but they have the two. They have the 2 closers.
It can get tight for him too. Because all he doing is foul hunting.
Who, Luka?
Yes. I've never seen somebody gripe at the officials so much.
Yeah, we
Just
talked about
don't
that
hate
already.
that.
We talked about it already. Yeah, we was in the episode last week, and he had a public.
Like, dude, shut the
PSA.
fuck up, get back and play defense.
Yeah, that shit is annoying.
Everything's not a foul, dude. You're 6'7", 260.
Easy.
What are you complaining for? I'm just saying.
And like when I hoop, even though it's like pickup, so
It's the
niggas ain't
European way, though.
niggas ain't calling fouls. Yeah, no, man, I'm glad you said that. I remember we was fucking hooping. Dom switched up on me too, Dom. I ain't gonna forget that he switched up on me for that European nigga. But anyways, I guess this nigga so
I mean, but he part of the wave that say the Euros taking over basketball.
That's true. That's a good caveat.
He part of the wave.
But so I think I was playing against this dude, and I guess
They can't name you but 4-5 motherfuckers.
he so-called played pro overseas, right? So he was getting off, you know what I mean? He was hooping, knocking down shots, da. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check this nigga. So I put that strong defense on him. You gotta say defense. You can't just say D. I put the defense, and I was locking his ass up, and I was getting physical, and he was like getting salty because he was just so used to just having his way.
European style basketball.
And it's like they don't like that type of
He
shit.
don't like physicality at all.
See me when a nigga foul me, I still try to finish. I'm not calling fouls. I'm not out here for that shit. Ain't no refs out here. I'm not about to be my own ref. Like unless it's blatant
Play through contact.
and everybody understands, like yeah, that was a foul. I'm not trying to no little nitpick shit. You know what I mean? But that shit is annoying, bruh.
I'm gonna call
For
it.
years, Bron playing through contact, not getting calls. That Bron stood on that type of shit.
Luka don't.
Not at all. And that shit is annoying as fuck.
Him and the Joker.
This shit worse than James Harden, low key.
Well, he's limited. We ain't gonna talk about him.
What's Luka's favorite shit?
Crybaby. Definitely is. What
You bitching him on.
so
man.
if Dallas plays the Frost, Celtics in the series, who wins?
I like Dallas because I believe in their closers more than Boston's closers.
Now you got
That's the difference in the series to me.
you got two defensive players, team members on COD now.
Who?
White and
Neither one of them niggas can do shit with Kyrie.
Holiday.
I don't
I'm
give a
just
fuck.
saying.
Neither one of them niggas can do shit with Kyrie.
They can put him on the other dude too.
But the thing is, they got, and I think, or I was just talking I was talking.
It's gonna come down to the others.
I was talking down in Houston about this series. We was talking about if Dallas played Boston. The difference is, yes, one of them individually, but I have 4 guys to throw at your 2 people. You have nobody to come fuck with us.
We're talking about in Boston? You talking about the frauds?
Yeah, I think the Frost.
Luka's gonna have to guard somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
And I saw some film of him.
He can't
guarding
hide. He can't hide.
Yeah,
They gonna
He
work.
can't hide.
that's true.
Who they gonna put him on? Al Horford.
And then who you gonna put Lively on Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum?
No, you gonna have to play some small ball.
Or put him on Derek White, because Derek White is this whole playoff run. He just letting y'all know if you put a mismatch on me, I'm going to kill him.
You gonna have to probably play small ball.
Put Luka
And
on
then
Derek
that's
White.
playing right into Boston's hand,
Can't put Luka on Derek White.
and he's gonna go kill him.
Yeah, he will.
But he
You
not,
saw what happened in the New York. I mean, not the New York series.
Luka going doing worse on the other end though.
He's not gonna have to check Luka all the time. That's what I'm saying. We have more bodies to throw at your guys than you have to throw at ours.
I think the Frost win the championship this year.
I think Dallas can get him up out of there.
Boston gotta win it, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
I hate
I
to say
think
it.
Dallas can get him up out
I hate
of
to
there.
say it, but I think the Frost is Taylor Made from the win this year.
But what's important is the dude that had got hurt.
If that unicorn
That
comes
shit
back,
was-
it's definitely gonna be a wrap.
Oh, Porzingis.
But we don't know how much ball he gonna got. You ain't play at this level.
He
The
plays
whole
since
time.
round 1.
So it's kind of hard to just drop you in the NBA Finals and say go get him, Tiger. That's gonna be difficult. So I'm not gonna expect too much out of him.
I'm not even.
But he's a threat.
What my analysis about when we was talking about that shit down in Houston, I didn't even have him picturing it. And what I was
I
my
ain't seen him,
analysis.
so I can't think about it.
I can't even put-
I'm just
crazy.
thinking about the matchups.
Yeah.
We got 4 guys that throw at Luka and Kyrie.
Yeah. They do.
Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Derek White, and Drew Holiday.
They stacked.
And then the little leprechaun.
That little lucky motherfucker.
Just to throw a little change of pace
Because
at
he
you.
been ass the past 3 years, and all of a sudden,
Just to throw a little change of pace at you.
Delavadova.
Just to throw a little change of pace at you. Now, Kyrie gonna have to guard one of them big niggas.
Yeah.
Luka's gonna have to guard somebody.
yeah,
Unless they just go Rick Carlisle 2011 and zone these niggas up.
they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to.
That might
they-
not
you-
be- that might not be a bad idea.
They gonna have they.
Might be a bad idea.
And then, but the thing is, when you play zone, guess who got to come run back down on defense and not complain to the ref?
Oh boy.
You can't. You gonna kill your team, bro. You gotta come down here and play. Because if the zone, you already know how a zone is in basketball or football. Everybody has to be on a fucking string.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's say hypothetically, Minnesota does the impossible, and they play the frauds. I mean the Celtics in the finals.
That's different.
Who you got?
And then my X factor for shit. My X factor for the T-Wolves team. What cat we getting?
Big Cat.
And my thing to that point, if the Timberwolves do pull that off, that's major momentum
No
going
one's
into the
ever did it.
finals. That's major momentum going into the finals.
But you're going into a different realm.
What cat is showing up?
The Big Cat gonna show. Let's say the Big Cat
If
shows
the Big
up.
Cat show up, I would lean T-Wolves because he's a mismatch. Al Horford ain't gonna be able to do nothing with him.
Nothing.
No, the Zesty Cat gonna show up.
If Zesty Cat is
It
gonna,
bet
it's
not.
gonna be
It bet not.
it's gonna be nice and smooth.
It bet not.
Balls. And stay away from that Zesty Cat, man. Wrap your hat.
Wrap your head.
Go to the Alley Cat instead. They got good oysters.
Fire. Oh my God.
Shout out to the Alley Cat.
Shout out to
Give us
Alley
an
Cat
endorsement or
in the
something.
flats. That's West Side, ain't it? That's the West.
Yep, West
This
Bank.
one, Yep, West Bank.
East Bank. Sorry.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's about a big
Yeah.
place. So yeah. So if they do the impossible, that will be determined next week. Because next week will be what?
Thursday, game 5.
Okay, so next Wednesday would be June 5th. So the finals will start on the 6th. So that series would already be over for us to talk about. If they do the impossible.
Yes. Monday would be game 7 if necessary.
Okay. So we're gonna close. We had a talk about our all NBA teams. Who we would pick.
We gotta wait for the game.
You want to wait for the game to come
Yeah,
back?
we
All right,
gonna
so
wait-
we'll
we gonna wait for the
postpone
game.
that
we got
until
time.
next
We
week.
got time.
All right, so with that being said, is there anything else I want to cover?
Kenny Smith saying that Kyrie Irving didn't have the best handle of all time, saying it was plenty of.
Well, then who does?
He said it was plenty of guys that had handle like that. They just weren't allowed to play basketball
Who
like
he
that
named?
back then. He didn't name any names, and then when he said "we," that's when he lost me. When he grouped himself into it, that's when I was like,
I
"Get
don't
this nigga the
remember
fuck out
Kenny
here."
Smith from having handles.
Because he couldn't play like that.
He talking about everybody could dribble like that. They just didn't do that during the game. And guys like Ray Ross and shit, like if you really like that, you gonna be you on that court.
All right, so from my young days,
Jamal Crawford did his thing with that
he
rock.
did. The best,
All up there for sure.
The best dribbler in Kenny Smith's era.
Him,
Would-
to me,
would be
is
Isaiah
Jamal, Kyrie,
Thomas.
AI, Isaiah Thomas.
Because Jordan had no handles. Bird didn't have no handles.
I mean, they use inside outs.
Magic.
He was flashy, but I wouldn't say he
Yeah,
was
he-
like crazy.
Magic passing was fancy.
Yeah, it
Magic
wasn't
didn't
necessarily
have no
handles.
handle.
He
No,
was
that's
just,
what, I'm just trying
That's why
to.
Scottie Pippen picked his ass up full court.
I'm just
couldn't
trying to
do
go through
nothing.
guards.
this
Byron
is
Scott
this is-
definitely ain't had
look,
no.
this is
no
Magic
handle.
right here.
I'm just trying to go through Tiny.
Tim Hardaway.
Tiny Archibald. I ain't seen a lot of Tiny Archibald play, so I can't either say
Tim definitely up there.
Tim Hardaway. But it was just a killer crossover. It wasn't like he was out there just wrecking niggas all day.
And it's like the thing about Kyrie is
Okay, white
his-
chocolate.
the
Jason Williams.
thing about Kyrie is his counter game is insane.
I don't know because
Like he just
it goes into something that once he gets you leaning one way or the other, he's coming. And then when he finish, you gotta take that into account. Because once he's finished, once he then got back, he finishing with either hand or with some kind of left hand floater, right hand floater, hook shot, up and unders, reverses. You can't do nothing with that guy.
and like AI was saying, like when he did his famous, like he buy you, he leaving you, gone. Kyrie will cross you up, keep you right there, and still have his way with you. Like it's different.
There's no conversation. I mean, Steph Curry got a nice handle too, but them two in my mind,
I feel like the way there's no conversation with Steph Curry with that 3-ball, it's the same thing with Kyrie with that handle.
yeah, there's no,
And finishing, not just the handle, and the finishing.
there's nobody better. Now, if you want to go find some little N1 mixtape niggas to come and
That's why I
rebuttal
brought up
this,
Skip to my loop.
okay, I would say the damn with the white boy name. What's his name?
The professor.
The professor. If I name any of them all
But
players,
no disrespect to Skip to my Lou, he was never that great of a all-around player to be the guy to be able to do what he
Man.
wanted to do. You got to come in and play a certain way because you the help, nigga.
Kyrie
You not the guy.
Kyrie Irving will have his lunch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not the guy. So it's easier for a coach to be like, hey, yo, chill out with all that shit. Play within the offense. When you that nigga, you are the offense.
Hey, Rayford, your ball. This is Jeff Van Gundy. No, not Jeff. Stan Van Gundy said, "Hey, Rayford, get the ball to Dwight. That's your job.
Get it to the guy.
Shoot it when you're open, but get the ball to Dwight and Hito. Stop, Kenny.
For sure.
I know you want to rep New York and shit all the time,
Kimba.
You knock me, motherfucker.
like a motherfucker. Okay, Kimba had a handle. I'll give Trae Young some run. Spider got a nice handle.
Kyrie though, bro.
But Kyrie,
No.
Kyrie elite.
Kyrie is the cream.
The only
of
group
crop,
I'm
bro.
putting up there with Kyrie be White Chocolate, Jay Crossover, Jamal Crawford, AI.
There aren't many.
That's really it for me, bro.
Prime Darren Williams,
Okay.
Chris Paul.
Yeah, I want to say Chris
Okay.
Paul.
All
Chris
right.
Paul. But like that's just,
And then Isaiah.
It's just
but guys like that is just out of respect. Like that, them niggas not even. It's
They're-
not even
what make
competing.
Kyrie-
Like it's Kyrie
what
and then everybody else.
what make Kyrie different from like, okay, so it's Kai, and then I had AI,
Jamal.
and then Jamal, and then Jason Williams. The reason I got them two up here is because after that, what I'm going to do against these, when I'm coming up in here in the trees.
Well, you
Kyrie's finishing plus the handle just encompasses all of that.
I'll add one more. Prime James Harden.
Handle? Bob, he could get to the cup for sure. And then you got to remember, he's, compared to all the people I named, he's 6'6" and bigger than all of them. So his bump and
I wouldn't expect him to say that though. 50 Ball gonna love that.
I'll give James his credit.
He's just not in that conversation for me.
He's nasty.
And the thing about Kyrie
That
is,
Houston James Harden was nasty.
but another thing about Kyrie with the handle, like you said, he gonna go in them trees and finish.
Yeah.
He got the floater game, he got the mid ranger, and he
back.
going like
Come
on
back.
every level. He gonna hit you, he gonna chop you up, and he gonna finish on every level.
I think Kenny Smith and them know it's coming to an end, so they just gonna start saying shit now. When they say
I hate that shit, bro. I'm trying like as I'm getting older, I don't want to be that old nigga to just say blasphemous shit.
You don't want to be Dr. J?
What J. Cole say with the blasphemous sounds, bro? I'm not with that shit,
You
bro.
ain't trying to be Dr. J out here?
No, bro.
Alright.
Say some real shit and shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? With them bullshit ass hot takes. They not even hot takes. They're terrible takes. Keep that shit, bro. We don't want to hear that shit.
Not today, not tomorrow, not
We
never.
don't want to hear that weak shit no more. Yeah, man. Go on
yeah,
with that
everybody
shit.
know how I love
That
AI,
Dr. Dre
and I
shit,
still
that Dr. J shit was wild, bro.
I still
That had to
think Kyrie,
be one of the worst things I heard on this podcast, bro.
What's shaking my head?
I still think Kyrie got the best handles.
Nah, I can't think of nobody better. Nobody comes to mind. He's 1A and 1B,
Yeah, it's
and then 2.
yeah, everybody else.
Nobody better.
Fall in line. But no, that Dr. J tripping, Kenny Smith tripping,
As usual.
Brandon Jennings tripping.
Manager is tripping. Charles Barkley and Shaq eating crow.
What's Buddy name?
Stephen A. Smith eating crow as he does
What's
every
Buddy
week.
name? Rashad McCants. He ain't say nothing lately, but that nigga tripping still.
He trips on
He ain't
every
even
basis.
tripped yet, but he tripping still.
No man, y'all gotta watch Gil's Arena with John Sally on there, bro. That shit is hilarious. John Sally.
I've been watching the clips. I'm gonna have to watch the whole thing.
John Sally is one of them. Great storyteller, and he keep it a bean. He keep it a bean. 'Cause yeah, that what he said about Bron made a lot of sense.
What did he have?
He never had a system.
A system. Well, here he has a coaching system. LeBron doesn't have a system because he's uncoachable. You call LeBron James uncoachable?
Who said that?
This is Johnson. Well, this might be. This
No,
might
I
be,
don't remember him saying he was
All right, so
uncoachable.
no, this might be the guy just saying that.
But hold on. Let me say this though. When you think about LeBron, right? All the coaches he's had, fuck the system. This guy is the system. Let's build this shit around him. That's the thing. And then LeBron, see the thing with niggas like Kobe and Jordan and shit, they've been selfish players, so-called ball hogs and shit like that. So they needed a coach to like, all right, that's cool, you can do that, but you got to get your team. LeBron already had that coming into the league. I can score and do all that shit, but I also know how to get my team. He came into the league wired like that, so he never really needed no system like that. He was the system.
No, the thing is, I kind of agree with you, and I don't. My thing is, and why I agree with what John said. Yes, Bron is pass first.
Yeah.
Mr. I gotta get, but it was, his point was, when shit get hectic and go helter skelter, it was, they could always come back to, these are our principles.
Yeah, but I don't disagree with John Sally. I think that would have been amazing for LeBron, but I think most people just didn't put that around LeBron. He didn't have the right coach or whatever to put that around him, or the right personnel.
Hey Dan,
I think we were robbed with Paul Silas.
you should never fire Paul. If you hadn't fired Paul, you would have won a championship in 2007.
Carlos probably would have stayed.
Easy.
No, Carlos was.
He's probably gonna take that money anyway.
Yeah,
It was.
I was just.
I think that was the difference. What, 40 million? I think 35, 40 million. The difference.
It was.
He signed for like
44.
72 million, and the Cavs offered him 33 or something
It
like
was 42. Because the Cavs, or it was almost 40. I think because the Cavs were offering him like 25, 26.
that. Yeah.
And Utah was giving him 66, 67.
It was a bag.
Yeah.
And then he's
So,
probably
why we ain't
spending to
match?
this day. That's before Dan bought the team, sir.
His sons, he got two sons though. They nice.
They're pretty good.
One of the sons is the number one player in his class.
He's not Matt Burns' sons?
No, they younger than his.
Oh, younger?
No, that was Gordon Gunn was still.
Gordon Gunn.
too.
Yeah. Paul. Yeah, that was. Yeah. Take that back. Let's run that shit back. Who'd you hire after that? Oh, Mike Brown. Gotcha.
Milk
He
Dud.
was on the Pacers stuff.
Oh, what'd they do?
Dud Milk.
Did they win a chip? Oh,
He had won with Pop.
gotcha.
One of the best coaches of all time.
Gotcha.
He was trying to get a Pop just like.
But if you got this phenom and you want to spear him in the right direction, do you want Paul Silas, somebody who played in the NBA and won championships, or do you want the unproven commodity that coach with
Coattail nigga. You want the coattail nigga?
Greg Popovich?
Coattail.
Not been a different story if you brought in Greg Popovich, but you didn't.
You had the black Greg Popovich.
Not even close.
Barry Popovich is fucking crazy.
I got tired of seeing him spitting them damn cups.
Disgusting.
That annoyed the shit out of me. While you spitting in cups, they down there scoring baskets. No disrespect, Mike,
Baffled. He always looked baffled.
but you versus Paul Silas is a no-brainer to me.
Boy,
And Dan, they went from 17 wins to 35 with a phenom from Akron with Paul Silas
Ricky Davis.
and Ricky fucking Davis,
yeah.
who threw the ball off a backboard to get a triple-double.
Legend.
Only in Cleveland.
Legend.
That's why I hate them goddamn blue seats, sir. Because shit like that happened.
Nostalgia.
Go look up Gun Arena, y'all.
Oh,
You're not gonna like it.
you loved it.
The gun.
The gun.
I didn't like it.
Started the gun.
that Brad Doyle retired, Mark Price was traded, Sean Kemp was bought in, and he was a donut man after that. I don't like those blue seats.
We had a good run with Sean his first year.
We had a run.
The original Donut Man. No,
But guess-
Charles.
but guess-
Charles
but
original.
guess- wait. But guess what happened?
Knight.
Charles original.
Guess
Donut
what
Man.
happened
About
though?
with B Knight.
Guess what happened though?
Talking about Brevin?
You know what it all boiled down to?
Rev?
When you down 2-0 in the best of 5 against Indiana Pacers, you know what it all boiled down to? It boiled down to Danny Ferry making or missing a shot who they traded years before for Ron Harper.
Ron Harper knocking it
And then we
down.
made him our GM.
Stew on that shit. Hey yo,
night.
this is
Good
the
night.
5 podcast.
Good night.
Thank you for tuning in.
Get out of here.
Remember, you can find our show wherever you get your podcasts. That'd be Apple and Spotify.
Fucking
Don't
Danny
forget to
Ferry.
like, comment. I got my own. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can like it. Hit the share button. You
Leave
can
that
dislike
heart,
it. You can make a comment. We don't care. We
All
out.
comments needed. And always, please and thank you. Tell your mother about us.